Hello, this is Breakfast with Bill Turnbull and Susanna Reid.
Britain.
Carol will bring you the weather forecast a little later, although we can tell you it's going to be colder with a chance of snow.
Absolutely.
We'll be speaking to Simon Weston, who fought. The most significant is the length of time taken by court proceedings. Knocked Elvis off the album charts.
Of the pops.
Yes, there we go. 9 minutes past 6.
Good morning to you both, crying. But you may as well
have the weather for...
On higher ground.
In a few moments, I'm sure, yes.
Okay. And big...
Jumble sale find.
Amazing.
The sun, excuse me.
The sun. Lucky Andy paper, and I'll look at the fine print on that one.
You look at that. Oh, I'm looking 6:15.
Terrible, Susanna.
What's coming up on Breakfast this morning?
Pop.
All
Carol.
Right, thanks very much, Carol.
That's a bombshell to leave us on. Thanks ever so much.
There's a bright start to your week. OK. Yeah. It's 20 minutes past 6. 30 years ago, when Argentinian troops landed, the Falkland Islands were a far-flung British territory with not much going on apart from fishing and farming.
So 3 decades later, how did the war change the islands? And what do people think now? Especially at a time when tensions with Argentina are once again running high.
Our special correspondent Alan Little reports now from Port Stanley.
Rescued from their stricken round the world.
Coming up on the programme this morning, are you...
Time now to get the news where you are. See you in a moment. Very good morning. You're watching Breakfast with Bill Turnbull and Susanna Reid.
On the programme...
School year and a 4-week summer holiday. Teachers there have already held a 1-day strike of a shorter summer break.
He's been called...
Disruption to the charts, though, Madonna.
...ceremony for children's television in Los Angeles.
Yes, the... Shall we see it? No. It's a fleck of goo.
I've often wondered, what's it taste like, that stuff?
Well... yeah.
Oh, dear.
On 3,000 jobs. Steph will bring you the details on that.
And here's...
Not got much sleep either, which is our next...
How did you sleep last night? Like a log, or were you tossing and turning till dawn?
In a good night's sleep, what are the best ways?
Well, she was absolutely right.
I think it's important for me to say as a GP.
So to go to sleep
well,
early.
That's the problem, isn't it? 6:44, you're watching Breakfast from BBC News. Into administration. It looks like the that morning, Steph.
Yes, good morning. Good news for around 3,000 workers, and Patrick's going to help me explain this.
Time that our reporter Tim Muffet interviewed Kate Winslet when, at the age of 22, she was about to star in an inexpensive flop.
Yes, it was called Titanic. Pretty well. It won 11 Oscars.
Released in 3D. How that one role transformed her life. I'll see you in a moment. In Argentina, veterans and residents held a candlelit gathering. The Labour... Now, Madonna has knocked Elvis off the top spot to become the most successful solo artist ever in the UK.
Right. 10 past 8 coming up shortly, Carol.
Reports from Port Stanley. So explain sleep apnea to us.
If you can survive on it, I suppose. Somebody doing her...
Got hidden talents. Hidden no longer. Time now to get the news where you are. See you in a moment. In Los Angeles.
Afterwards, the First Lady escaped with just a fleck of terms.
Teachers there have gone on strike in protest. So what are the pros and cons?
Parents need to get their imagination going too, I suppose.
The other argument that comes into this is whether children forget what they've learnt during the summer. Now, Jerry, I know you have a view, but it is Carol with
They just want to be
or interested parties. Right, A&E, explain, because it's not...
When you look back at who you were then and how you were, you know, so that's exaggerated, or that's something that does seem to be happening? On the 13th of April, which is where he'd be at the O2 Oxford Academy.
Expensive flop.
It was called Titanic. That's £0.2 billion.